This is Nexxlegacy Sports. I am Charles Madison alongside Danielle Carroll here with the beautiful Mo of the Nevada Storm. So, listen, Mo, not only thank you for having this opportunity to interview and hang out and get to know you. We logged in, and earlier I was listening to your music. So we're gonna have to talk music. We're gonna have to talk sports. We're gonna have to talk. I mean, there's a lot of different things, and you got a little clothing line business thing that you got going on as well that I would love to know more about. So let's talk sports first off. So,
all right,
Mo, you're the quarterback of the Nevada Storm, QB1.
QB1.
Before we even talk about the team and everything like that, I want to talk about you and how you got started. What's your origin story of when you fell in love with football?
So growing up, I always played at recess or with the boys or that kind of thing. And then I've worked with teenagers for the majority of my adulthood, and we did a lot of sport type of activities with them too. So we do a lot of football, a lot of basketball, things like that. And I actually was out at a dinner, and somebody came up to me that I knew through music and was like, "Did you know we have a women's football team? You should join it." And I'm like, I don't know, like what? Because I never knew about it.
Right.
And I think a few months went by, and then it just kind of popped in my head one day. So I like Googled it, and they had a tryout that coming weekend. So I just showed up, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
So you didn't have a design on playing quarterback. You just kind of found your way into that position, right?
Yeah, I originally started as a receiver in a corner, and then our quarterback at the time ended up not playing the year following, and I could throw because I grew up playing softball too, so I had the arm, and they're like, "Oh, and I'm left-handed," so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from a fellow lefty to another lefty, then, and you had an arm. You played softball, so you have some. So when did either coaches or yourself kind of figure out, like, you know what, this position, we're gonna make you the starter of this team?
So after my first year, I think it was my second year, they had me be backup quarterback, and then that girl left, so it was me. There wasn't really a ton of other options because you know how it is with women's football. None of us have a ton of experience at it.
Right.
So kind of like you really play where you fit. And since I could throw and I had that experience, it was all for it. I was like, all right, I'll try it. I love it now, but at first it's a lot. It's very overwhelming.
A lot of responsibility being a QB1. You're
Yeah.
like the commander of the team, of the offense, and things like that too, right? So, you just mentioned that it's overwhelming, but also there's some positives that comes with it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. It's overwhelming, but you learn so much, and you have to learn the game inside out, right? Like some positions you can kind of just focus on what you're doing. But as a quarterback, you got to know everything. You have to know what your line's doing.
Yep.
You have to understand what the defense is doing. You need to know what your receivers, your running backs. So you kind of have to have the whole game calculated.
So are you a quick study when it came to not just the position, but just being able to take, again, like I said earlier, a command of the offense? So you were a pretty quick study then when it comes to it and adopting that QB1 status.
Yeah, and I like the leadership part. I'm a big lover, and so I try to really just love on each of the girls and get everybody on the team together. It doesn't matter what position they play, but I try to keep everybody, as a unit and as a family. So I really enjoy that aspect.
Danielle?
What would you say has been one of the main things that you've had to overcome doing women's football?
I think learning the game. I think when you first start out and you have no idea, like you watch football on TV and you understand very basic things, right?
Right.
But when you go to your first year and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, this is a lot to take in. There's a lot of different words for different things. You know what I mean? And I think with our coaches, they have to teach so much in such a short time that it's hard to get all the knowledge in that you need. And it can be really difficult, and you could feel like, can I do this? There's so much. I don't feel like I'm catching it all. You know what I mean? So I think that. But I like that part too because it really makes you stay dedicated and grind through that hard part, you know what I mean, to really get that outcome you want.
When did you know that this is what you wanted to do? Like, because you're saying like you've had the first part of it, you kind of had a struggle. So what was that moment when it was like, this is awesome, I have to do this?
So we had a game, we were in the championship game, and I was running the ball. And at first they're like, follow the butts, right? For the gaps, where the open gaps, follow the butt, follow the butt. And so that's kind of what I did, was just follow the butts, but I didn't necessarily see how the play really opened up. And then we were in this championship game and I was running the ball and I ran it in for a touchdown, but I really saw the gaps and I really understood what every single person was doing to create those gaps and to make those holes. And when it all works together and you can really see it like that, you're like, oh, okay, I could do this. I love this. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That is super.
I think the love affair with football, I think a lot of us have, and it's excellent to see that the Women's Football League is really thriving in a sense where everybody that I've talked to so far has gave exciting memories, moments. I feel a lot of growth happening right now. So just being in the league and just absorbing everything that is going on right now, like what does it mean to you that, because to me, I feel like this is the beginning of something that's continuing to grow. What does it mean to you to just to be able to see this, the attention, the vibe? Because to me, I think you can have a lot of different athletic groups and different types of sports, but if it doesn't come with passion, if it doesn't come with that type of flavor from each individual athlete, it's going to be a dry season, or it's going to be a dry just program. So talk to me a little bit just about the enthusiasm that you felt throughout the women's league so far.
I think it's really cool because it is newer still. I mean, it's been going for quite some time, but it's really catching people's attention. And more people are into it, and more people are excited about it. And, you know, it's kind of like when you're playing, and when we first started, I remember games where we played at parks, like not even a real football field, you know, and then to be able to play at Canton, and you see that we're getting people that want to be involved, and it makes you feel like you're not just like a backyard football player because you're a woman and you want to play football. You know what I mean? So it's really cool to see it grow so much, and I'm really excited for younger generations coming because I think it's just going to keep moving up. All the leagues are doing really well. They're all trying to get sponsorships and just push women in sports.
Fine-tuning your craft. How do you navigate the ins and outs of your day-to-day being an athlete, just trying to, you know, maintain not just a personal life, but just being an athlete, just, you know, trying to, you know, schedule practices, home life, family life, whatever you call it. Like, I know it could be a daunting task per se, but how do you manage that and still maintain your drive in the sport that you're in?
I think it's still so exciting for us because we haven't had these opportunities to play football like this. So I think just having that excitement behind it keeps you going. You know what I mean? And we do a lot of working out. We practice as much as we can. If we can add in practice days, we try to do that. I have my quarterback coach who pushes me, and we do a lot of chalk talk. I have all kinds of trainings that he has me do. You know what I mean? So yeah, we just push it, and I don't know, I think you just love it so much that you'll put the time and energy into it.
Danielle?
And I think, and then that's really cool when it comes to sports in general and knowing where to put your time and energy. So when it comes to your music, what inspires you?
Oh, well, when I was young, I did poetry. So I think it's just, I love rap because I love when I was growing up and in the 90s, it was a lot of lyrical, trying to speak on something, trying to put a message out there, and I love that part of rap. I love people trying to help each other out through music or inspire people through music or whatever it is. And so I just turned my poetry into raps, and that's what it was.
Hey, you got a certain flow about yourself that's kind of catchy, right? Like, am I hitting your SoundCloud up? Is it Momatic 12? Momatic
Yeah.
12?
Yep.
That's it? I said it right. Okay, good deal. Nah,
Yep.
you know what? You caught me off guard with that too, because looking you up was one thing, and then I was like, oh, she's a musician too. What? Let me go see
Yeah.
what's going on here with what you got going on. So going on your SoundCloud was probably like the biggest thrill so far today for me, in addition to interviewing you though, because I was not expecting it though. Like, okay, I got like other things to talk to her about as far as music. So hip hop has been in your soul clearly from what you just said. In addition to that, where are you trying to take this in addition to not just doing your big things with the storm, but just trying to get your music across the world? What's your point?
Well, I think it's a lot for me, just to put it out there. It's a good way for me to like release how I'm feeling, or get my emotions out, but I also like to just speak to people, right? I love people. I love relationships. I love communicating, so I think it's just another way to like reach people and bring us all together. So I think I would love to make it big, but at the same time, I just want to make music and reach whoever.
I think in growing your being engaged with your people and having them respond, not just being an athlete and commenting on that, but also your music, commenting on that. Danielle, I know you might have another question or two in regards to music, but I definitely want to talk to this woman about just the other things that she has going on too. So go ahead.
Oh, definitely. I would say even when it comes to football. So, what do you think has been one of your most exciting moments in the field?
Oh, probably. I like running the ball. Any touchdown. We've had a couple touchdown throws. Last year we had a couple good ones. Me and this receiver Ambra from Italy. She came over and played with us, and she's phenomenal. And we had a really good connection. And I think it was against Callie Ward. I threw her a pass and she went for a touchdown, and it was probably one of the coolest moments, just having that. Or running the ball sometimes when they're trying, like I ran one and I was just at that front pylon because they were coming at me, and I just had like a hair of a moment to squeak through. And just that energy of scoring and getting away from people. I don't know. It's exciting.
I've heard stories about just the camaraderie that the Storm has, in addition to just had a beautiful conversation / interview with the Coach Garza. And I know he was talking about just it being like a family atmosphere and the vibe being undeniably committed to learning more about each other, growth, things like that. You mentioned just having a connection with your receivers, but talk to me a little bit about the team and what you do. Are you the captain? I know some QB1s are captains, but are you the captain? And if you are, like, how do you go about leading your team moving forward?
I think, yeah, I would say I'm a captain. I think keeping everybody calm in the games, I think especially on offense, when you have new plays and you run all these different types of run plays and pass plays and RPOs, keeping everybody kind of grounded and calm. And we are a huge family because we protect each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
The line is protecting me. They're protecting our running back. So I think they understand the importance of, if we don't do our job, somebody can get hurt.
Right.
And same for the running back. If we don't, or the quarterback, if I don't run through the holes or, do the plays right, somebody can end up getting hurt. And so I think our team takes that real serious. And that's kind of where that family, like no matter what, even if maybe we're not best friends on the field, when we're on the field, we're family and everybody's doing the job for each other.
throughout I know the season's coming up in April, and I know that there's still practices, probably scrimmages, different things like that. As you get ready to prepare for the season, one, clearly the goal is to win all your games, every
Right.
single game, perfect season. That's everybody's goal, right? What are
Right.
some of the other goals that you individually want to see happen as you prepare yourself for this upcoming season?
I want us to have more of a pass game. We were typically a run team. We've been introducing pass more and more each year. So I think we're ready and we're at a point where everything is coming together for us to be a pass team. So I'd love to have more passing yards. And I would love for us to just be able to throw them off, right? Where it doesn't matter what coverage they want to do. We can run, we can pass, we can do everything. You know what I mean? And just really have that more on an even playing level, the pass run game.
Sounds like you're trying to open up that playbook a little bit more. And from the confidence that I feel that you have right now, look out. This
Yep.
storm is about to be a little fierce going into this season. So, listen, I love the fact that there is a target situation that you would like to have when it comes to just furthering the success game that I feel like every team in the women's football league should have. What's interesting, and you can kind of talk to me about this too, is like, in addition, the team, has a even better year than the year before, and the year before that, and the history is all good. What are some of the other additions that you feel, things that you're looking forward to within this coming season? Has there been any league changes, something to look forward to compared to last year? What's in store for the new season?
I know that Denver moved up from D2 to D1, so we'll be playing them this year. I know we played them last year, but they'll be in our in the same division. So that'll be a little bit new and a good challenge for us. But mainly that, and then just getting to the playoffs and taking it to these other teams.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, that's definitely important. When it comes to any kind of sport, is being able to bring that competition. So, what would you say is one of your favorite mottos when it comes to your team, or do you have like a team saying or anything like that?
Um, oh, that's tough. They have a lot of sayings. Coach Chris is good at that. But a lot of times we talk about playing tougher than the other teams, being tougher, being more um, physically aggressive than most teams, and just kind of putting them in the dirt, I would say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So let me pivot here and talk about Ease the Soul. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about that. How did you get started? And I'm gonna, and when we're done, I'm gonna literally have you do an opportunity to do up a nice little 30-second commercial run for Ease the Soul that we're gonna air on our radio station. So, but before you do
Okay.
that, tell me a little bit about Ease the Soul, though.
So a buddy of mine, we're good friends, and we always wanted to start some type of business, and we both really love clothing. And since I do music, I would always have to get my own shirts made to like sell at shows and things like that. And you don't have a lot of local places. Like you have bigger companies that do that, but not a lot of local places. And so me and
Right.
my buddy got together and we were like, let's do a printing company. So we have our own design as well. Like the peace sign is our logo, and we make shirts that way. And then he loves superheroes and has a good buddy that out in Brazil who will draw us up some superhero designs and then digitalize it and send it off to us, and we'll make shirts so we have like a little superhero line. But our main job is doing clothing for other companies, small companies, individual like artists, teams, whatever is needed. We've done t-shirts for Black Wall Street. It's a Reno organization to help the community. So we've helped out and done things like that. So yeah, really just we love making shirts. We wanted to help out where there might be people that need it. And I have a lot of connections within the music industry in Reno. So we figured, why not try it out?
Love it. Love it. So, Mo, what I want you to do right now is, I know you kind of talked about Ease the Soul, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to just, whatever you say for the next 30 seconds about it, as far as where to drive the traffic to. I'm going to give you this, and we're going to cut it up, and we're going to put it on the station for all people to run. So,
okay,
the floor is yours.
Check it. Just go right now.
Yep.
All right. So Ease the Soul Printing Company. You can contact us on our Instagram at Ease the Soul. We have an Etsy, Ease the Soul, as well. Come get your own merch. Go check out our superheroes, our peace sign. We even have some rap artists. We have a new Tupac shirt that's up and out for sale. We do hoodies, shirts, beanies, really any type of material you would need. So come and get your merch from us.
Support my people. Go to Ease the Soul. Represent. Tell everybody. And listen, those that do will not regret it, because I'm telling you, like, partner up with my people right here. Ease the Soul is a spot to go to. So, Mo, we're going to run this, and we're going to put this out there just like we're going to do this interview and all this good stuff. So a couple of more questions before we let you go. One of the things that I'm looking forward to when I do attend the games is just to be able to have, dialogue, and just to kind of support what I feel like is a thriving and ascending women's football league and things like that. So for all the young women out there that's trying to look for different types of motivation when it comes to, like, you know what, I want to be a football player like Mo. I want to be a quarterback. I want to be a wide receiver. I want to be a cornerback, whatever the case may be. Talk to these young ladies about the importance of just making sure that we find different avenues within your community to see if there's something out there.
Yeah, I think it is extremely important for young women to find things that they're interested in. I think it's so healthy for your mental health to have something that you enjoy outside of the normal grind that we have to do, something that kind of pushes you more than you would expect, something that makes you excited that you can learn from and build yourself up. You know what I mean? And I think it's so cool for younger girls to be able to jump in and say, wow, I can start learning tackle football at a younger age. And once I'm this old, I can really do it like they're doing it in the pros. I mean, we're doing it now too, but I couldn't imagine if I had started playing when I was 5 or 10 years old, and now how much knowledge I would have. I think young girls need to get into sports or music or an instrument, really just something that is outside, that's for yourself, and that keeps you motivated and happy. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Not only that, it's needed. Even for a guy like myself, it's so cool. You have no idea to see such a unification when it comes to women's athletics, because I know the history about the WNBA, and it took a while for it to gain some traction, even though they had heavy funding with the men's league helping out. But just the fact that there's a lot of people that is supporting, understanding, taking notes as far as what to do and how to be able to sustain it is super important for not just women's athletics, but also from a man's perspective to, be inspired by other women who loves the game just like I do. Like, I'm not surprised that women have this much passion for football.
Right.
I've seen it in stadiums that I've gone to, but the fact that there's women out there that actually is playing at a high level is excellent, and it's great to see.
And I think it's really cool to have men that want to support women's sports like that and really get behind it and let us, you know what I mean, show our talent off and show our passion off. I think it's cool when you have people out there who are just fully in support of it. And then it gives us that opportunity.
No doubt. Danielle, you got one more?
The main thing that I would just say is, what do people expect when they come see a Nevada Storm game?
What do they expect? Well, I think they expect a lot of running the ball.
And
No,
wins.
exactly. And a lot of wins. We've had such good seasons. And so I think my third year, we lost one game. And then my second year, we were undefeated all the way up and we won the championship. So I think, yeah, they're ready to watch us win and watch us hit hard. We hit hard.
Mo, y'all got a little dynasty in the making going on over there too, quiet as kept. So I'm just saying, I can't wait to get out there, watch y'all, play and, do some, hopefully some after the game interviews or pregame interviews or whatnot. This is going to be a fun year, in my opinion, because this is going to be my first time experiencing everything like this. So it's going to be excellent to see. And then final, it's not a football question. This is really about us and the people out there that's listening and will be listening to get to know you. I know you're a rapper, you do music, you are an entrepreneur and everything else. But what else does Mo like to do in her spare time?
Oh, I love to ride my bicycle. I love to ride my bicycle down to the Truckee River, and especially in the summer on hot days, and get in the river and ride back. I like hiking. I love connecting with people. So that's probably my number one thing. I love just learning about new people and sharing life with others,
That's what's up. And I think that just getting to know you right now is going to be the start. Hopefully we'll have more pre-game interviews, post-game interviews, and others. But not only do I wish you well, I just want to see you continue to grow and thrive. And I love the fact that you have multiple things going on in your life right now, in addition to football, because to me, like you said, it is important to have an outlet like that. But also, I mean, I feel like you got passion for it. Just looking at the stuff you're doing, just this right here, along with the stuff that I've seen.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead. One more comment, Danielle, before we let this young lady go.
No, absolutely. I look forward to hearing music on the station for sure. I don't know if you were aware, but the one thing that makes Nexxlegacy Sports so much different from any other sports show is that we also showcase music from athletes. So
yes.
I look forward to hearing the music in rotation, definitely.
Most getting rotation on this station. You better believe it. Yes. Like, I mean, Mo, think about it. You're gonna be on music rotation with who else? Who are other athletes that have performed, like Shaq,
Damian Lillard, right?
Yeah,
Dame.
If you want to go there, Victor Oladipo. I know he does R&B. There's men's Ozzie Newsome, he does jazz. There's so many athletes that do music. They need a house to play it as a fraternity, right?
Right.
That's us. That's what we do.
I love it.
So you're now mentioning that, just so you know.
Okay, perfect.
Literally on Saturday, in addition to this interview that will be airing, your music will be played as well. So just keep that in mind.
Thank you.
We got you, girl. We got you. We got you.
I love it.
Hey, in closing, Mo, thank you. Nevada Storm Football.com is the website. Get to know this group. This group has a vibe, y'all. So I'm talking about all the other teams that's out there take notes. They're competitive. Be warned.
Yes.
Just saying.